over Bruce Weber. Your final score, West Virginia 65, Kansas State 43. For Fran Fraschilla, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Now we send you to SIU and Loyola. Clay Matvick, Kevin Lehman, take it away.
All right, Rich, thank you very much, and welcome to Chicago Gentile Arena, the final day of the regular season in the Missouri Valley Conference. Number 21 Loyola can clinch at least a share of the league regular season title with a win over Southern Illinois here tonight. The Ramblers and Drake entered play tonight, both 15-2. The Bulldogs are at Bradley later tonight. He's Kevin Lehman. I'm Clay Matvick, and it's already a good start for Loyola and their star, Cameron Krutwig.
Now, Krutwig had some leg cramps last night, so played. Can also score the basketball. They'll run their offense through him, but he can put the ball in the basket.
This is just moments ago. It's an early 4-0 lead for Loyola and an early timeout called by Brian Mullins of Southern Illinois.
An assist for Krutwig, one of the best passing centers, not only in the Valley, but in the country.
There's another turnover for the Salukis, and that was a real Achilles heel yesterday.
Well, they had 18 turnovers, and the Ramblers capitalized that time and time again. Salukis got to clean it up.
Here's Braden Norris, cut off on the baseline. The tough transfer from Oakland. Gets it to Krutwig. He's quickly double-teamed. 5 on the shot clock. He'll skip it back out for Williamson for 3. That rattles the iron, and the freshman Filowich will clear it.
Well, they had Krutwig tied to the tracks. He's able to get the ball out and get a shot off.
Jones with a floater, and he gets the first points for Southern Illinois. He hit 4 quick threes yesterday. It was kind of quiet after that.
Well, what Lance Jones can do, they love his ability to play downhill and get to the rim. He did that last possession, drive inside that Loyola defense.
Here's Keith Clemens from the wing. Ugwak taps it to the corner, and it's out of bounds to the Salukis, who jumped out to a 14-5 lead on those quick threes by Jones yesterday. But the Loyola defense held them to 6 points the rest of the half. And it was just a game where Loyola made the plays down the stretch to win it.
A grinded out game, as Porter Mosier would call it, a typical Valley grinded out game. Everyone knows what the other team's doing this time of year.
Anthony DeVonzo, hard-working grad transfer from Division II Lewis College, and a nice pass underneath from Filowich.
The Filowich has not been doubled. He's also got the same passing skills as Krutwig. The Salukis will try to play through their big man also.
Norris can follow his shot for Plankin, gets the rebound. He had 8 of those in game 1 of this series.
See the ball reversal by Southern, trying to get this Loyola defense to shift.
Ugwak defending DeVonzo, and that's going to be a foul. First on a here, Ugwak.
We talked about Krutwig's ability to pass the basketball, but Filowich, the freshman, also an adept passer. He has got over 32 assists for the Salukis. They will play through him at times during this game.
DeVonzo, the only senior that gets major minutes for the Salukis. Said it before, such a young team, the 9th youngest team in the country. That's an offensive foul and another Southern Illinois turnover.
Well, DeVonzo had Clemens on the block. Clemens trying to swim through. DeVonzo got him with an elbow. Good call. Displacement by the offensive postman.
Loyola's last 3 games have been close, Kevin. They lost in overtime to Drake, barely beat Valpo by 2. And last night won by 8, despite leading by 16 at one point in the second half. And there's Cameron Krutwig with that signature right hand. The shooting has not been great for the Ramblers lately.
The last 3 games, they have struggled to shoot the basketball. Their defense has carried them, and also the big man Krutwig. He is the one player that has shot it well. 68% in his last 3 games. We just saw that finish.
Good defense by Williamson, and Ramblers will get it back.
Loyola plays with their hands are always in passing lanes. Williamson digs out. It's another turnover.
Look at Norris. What a floating, pretty pass for Krutwig.
Krutwig and Norris run that high middle ball screen to perfection. Braden Norris is a maestro up on top.
Can also scored. He scored 13 yesterday, 19 against Evansville a couple of weeks ago. And this defense for Loyola is just locked in. Timeout with 15:02 to go. First half, Loyola leading 8-4. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball presented by 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done, and in part by ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Your voice is your power. There's a lot of work to be done, but if we all use our voices together, it's impossible not to listen.
I feel like I would go with the signature strawberry limeade, add in cranberry. It'll give you that kick, like right there in the back.
Sonic Ultimate Drink Stop.
This muscle right here.
Might be a little tart for me.
Dinner with the Drakes tonight? Alexa, ask Buick to start my Encore GX. 4 fillets.
You know this dinner's for their
kids. Thanks for watching them.
Where's the pizza?
The Buick Encore GX. Current eligible non-GM owners get nearly $4,300 purchase allowance on 2020 Buick Encore GX models.
Hiring is challenging, especially for key roles.
Finding the right people is a very difficult task. ZipRecruiter finds us the best people for the job. They sent my jobs to the top job sites and found people with the right skills and experience. We've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
ZipRecruiter, rated the #1 hiring site. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/fans.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
Well, Southern Illinois football upset #1 North Dakota State today, ending the mighty Bison's 39-game winning streak. And this Southern Illinois basketball team would like to pull an upset of number 21 Loyola today on the hardwood. Alongside Kevin Lehman, I'm Clay Matvick. And Southern Illinois almost had an upset yesterday, pretty close in the second half. What are you seeing so far here in this one?
Well, what cost them yesterday, Clay, they had 18 turnovers. And the Loyola Ramblers turned that into 17 points. Already today, they've turned over 4 times in this game, 4 points for the Ramblers. So the Salukis have to really clean up their ball handling. It's just talking about simple pass and catch the basketball. Well, half the Ramblers' points, their 8, 4 of their 8 have come from turnovers from the Salukis. Been a boa constrictor defense by the Ramblers.
Loyola with a 21-game home court winning streak. Yesterday's win secured their 4th straight 20-win season. Trying to get at least a share of the Valley regular season title with a win today. That shot is off for Clemens. And here come the Salukis, down 4. Inside quickly. And able to finish is Siku Dembele, the sophomore from Mali.
And that's set up by Lance Jones, that ball screen with Dembele. Dembele with a quick roll, no rotation by the Ramblers. It was tardy.
Williamson fires it in for Krutwig, and he gets it in with the left hand.
Krutwig with some outstanding footwork in the post to get the seal.
Not seeing any ill effects of the cramps from yesterday.
He's active at both ends. You can hear him barking out signals defensively.
Williamson partially blocked that shot from Jones. Dembele having a hard time inside with Krutwig, and here come the Ramblers again.
Lucas Williamson here with quick hands. That is the second steal by Williamson, just raking it out.
Krutwig off the iron. Williamson trying to track it down. Here's Ben Harvey, the transfer from Eastern Illinois, into the game. And it'll stay on this end with Southern.
Now here's where the big man is so good. He gets that position early, seals the defender, finishes with that strong left hand, squares his shoulders up. Krutwig's going to get a rest. There's coach showing him how to seal. Coach, I just did that to him.
You mentioned it before. Could be the third Rambler in 4 years to win league MVP. 20 career double-doubles, 3 in the last 6 games.
Oh, what he has done has been unbelievable. There's another 3-ball by the Salukis.
Lance Jones, their alpha dog. Again, he had 4 threes in the first few minutes of the game last night. But then they put Lucas Williamson on him, and that kind of shut him down. Here's Marquise Kennedy, one of the best bench players in the country.
And he's had great games against Southern Illinois. Again, last night he had 16.
Norris got from 3.
Norris with 3 triples last night, still in his range. Feeling it.
Son of a coach, his dad Brett coached him at Hilliard Bradley High School outside of Columbus, Ohio. And there is another error for the Salukis.
Well, their 6th turnover. We're just even 8 minutes into this game.
There's Brian Mullins in his 2nd year as head coach of the Salukis. Just turned 34. 2nd youngest head coach in the nation. Learned a lot working under Porter Moser here at Loyola.
Well, he's very familiar with the system that they're running. And as Porter Moser says, he knows all our play calls, but when he went to Southern, he changed his play calls, so we don't know what his are.
Another offensive foul. That is the 2nd called on the Salukis. It's on Jones, and the 7th giveaway here in the early minutes. As you look at Porter Moser in his 10th year now here in Chicago. He's a Chicago native. Took this bunch to the Final Four 3 years ago. 5 20-win seasons now at Loyola. And this university had just one in the 26 years prior to his arrival.
Well, he talks about culture with this team, and they certainly have it. And it starts at the defensive end for the Ramblers.
Marquise Kennedy. And that's an offensive foul and maybe a makeup call. When we come back, we're going to do some bracket busting. We're going to the bracket bunker with Joe Lenardi. He'll visit with us next. Don't go away.
Wendy's new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad prove Wendy's goes all in on flavor. Unlike...
We put a bun inside the sandwich. Bun, bun, bun.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new jalapeno popper chicken duo today.
My retirement plan with Voya keeps me moving forward. They guide me with achievable steps that give me confidence. This is my granddaughter. She's cute like her grandpa. Voya doesn't just help me get to retirement, they're with me all the way through it.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
It's happening more often, and it's not surprising. People are seeking out new places, trying new things, and discovering the best part is often hidden in the journey along the way. Find yourself in the Mazda CX-30. Want more power for your pursuit? Introducing the Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive.
Condos, 150K. Sorry, bud.
Thanks.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
All right. Back to work.
So it looks like a 2-bid league for the Missouri Valley. Loyola is a lock. Drake, not quite so much. The tournament resumes for the top 2 teams in the league, pretty impressive.
Well, you got a Drake team that's playing at Bradley tonight. They won there last night, chance to get their 25th win. And Joe Lenardi has the Ramblers on his 9th seed line and Drake on the 11th. Drake doesn't have much margin of error. They both have one quad 1 win, and that's against each other, Clay.
That was a great series between these two. You and I were in Des Moines for that. Of course, the second game went to overtime. Drake won it. That's a team that has been limited roster-wise. Some of their stars are out.
Well, you've got Roman Penn broke his foot this the other day. And also Tank Hemphill, who broke a foot 2 weeks ago, is supposed to be back here next week for Arch Madness. They're still winning without those two guys. They've got a 6-man rotation. Darren DeVries. Guys, 3 guys playing 40 minutes a game. Garrett Sturts has stepped up huge for the Bulldogs. And Joe Yesufu has been tremendous as a starter once Penn has gone down.
We're going to still try and chat with Joe Lenardi, but as you can imagine, he's so backed up. Everybody wants a piece of Joey Brackets right now, so we're going to have to wait in line. We'll get our chance with him.
He's down in that bunker.
He's in the bunker. DeVonzo got it and won. He is fouled by Tom Welch.
A good spin move by DeVonzo. Get it all the way to the rim. Draw the contact. It's a little screen, spins between the defenders, and you can see those hands from Loyola coming at you. You've got to pick it up quick and get it to the rim.
Said it before, DeVonzo, a transfer. He's been a starter all year, but not a prolific scorer. Anything they can get from him is gravy.
What they like about DeVonzo, they can play him at the 4 spot or the 5 spot. Right now, he is the 5-man. Some versatility up front. This does not have a lot of depth for the Salukis in that front line.
DeVonzo already with 5. He averages 7. It's a 1-point lead for Loyola. Again, with a win, they're Valley champs. They'll have at least a share of that crown. Another turnover for Loyola. Coming back, this is Harvey. And he was a little out of control, and he slipped his feet. Another turnover.
Oh, Brian Mullins not happy with this call. But look at this, Clay. They're down 1 point, the Salukis, and they've already got 8 turnovers in this game. If they can clean that up, they can continue to play here with the Ramblers.
You mentioned 18 yesterday. Jones gave it away 8 times, a season high for him, and very out of his character.
Well, a lot of those in the second half, and you mentioned when you put Lucas Williamson on you defensively, it's an honor when he guards you.
Williamson lobs it into Krutwig, and getting low in the post is his specialty, and right now the Salukis don't have an answer for him.
They cleared out the backside help. Krutwig walked his man up the lane. Great delivery by Lucas Williamson.
Krutwig with 8. DeVonzo can't dial it in. And here comes Marquise Kennedy. Maybe the best bench player, as I said before, in the country. Team high 16 off the bench yesterday.
Well, he has such speed and quickness, Marquise Kennedy. They use him in late clock situations.
There's a foul out high on the Salukis. Well, tomorrow the Undefeated presents A Room of Our Own, a 1-hour special that explores the connection that black athletes have with music and the impact that it has in power and social movements. Noon Eastern on ESPN, encore presentation 4 Eastern on ABC. That's a good move by Kennedy, nothing to show for it. Approaching the midway point of the first half. And Loyola likes these low-scoring affairs. Harvey, good strong move to the hoop for Ben Harvey, the sophomore out of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Well, good offense by the Salukis. And that was Porter Moser concerned about, their ability to spread you out, reverse the ball, then drive the gaps. Harvey all the way to the backboard. They're hard doubles on Krutwig. They're keeping him guessing.
Williamson spots up for 3. You know, the 3-point shooting, Loyola just 5 of 27 yesterday.
This is what the Salukis excel at. See how they spread you out? They've got Filowicz down below the backboard, opens up those driving lanes for Harvey, slices through the Loyola defense.
You think Porter Moser's concerned with the misses from outside? As Krutwig is the answer offensively, it's pretty obvious. 1 of 7 from outside the arc, all the points basically coming in the paint.
Well, when they're getting Krutwig pushed off the block, the double can get to him, but he's been able to seal his man He's also been able to catch and score quick before the double gets to him.
Already in double figures, Cameron Krutwig. Over his shoulder, Jones flipped it in.
Well, again, they're spreading out this Loyola defense and driving it to the rim. You watch the battle here with Krutwig and Filowich working for real estate inside.
Williamson spinning around Harvey. Great play by Lucas Williamson.
Good patience by the Ramblers. Go deep in the shot clock. They were one of the best teams in the country at playing at both ends deep in the shot clock, offensively and defensively.
Oh, Filowich traveled, and yet another turnover. That's 9 now.
Well, one of the things that Porter Mosier put Clayton Custer in charge of, his graduate assistant, is what we call slobs and blobs. Baseline underneath, sideline. And there's a bucket off a baseline underneath, and there's a good look at Clayton Custer. Director of Player of the Year. Yeah, Director of Player Development. Went over and played in Poland for about 6 months, and he knew coaching was in his blood.
Shot clock under 10. Krutwig going to work on Dembele. Strong, rebound Norris, and he'll pull it back out.
Second chance opportunities and turnovers. They will kill you.
Oh, now Kafis stepped on the sideline. And Loyola will give it back. Up 3, under 8 to go in the first half. Loyola's in search of another championship today.
5 Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
At Domino's, we're more than just classic hand-tossed pizza for $7.99. We're hearty handmade pan crust, tasty gluten-free crust, foldable Brooklyn-style crust, and crunchy thin crust, too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for $7.99 each.
Out here, you're a landowner, a gardener, a landscaper, and a hunter. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
How is yours? Because you got the spicy cheesesteak.
A little fire.
A little fire.
And desire.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Sonic Extra Long Ultimate Cheesesteaks.
You're taking it too far. I know it's date day.
You know what's making Sarah's migraine worse?
Yeah. Okay, let's table that. Oh, hello, honey.
Much worse?
Dr. Phillips, hold please.
Much, much worse?
Sorry, no video visits. You'll have to come in.
No!
But you know what gives her some relief? Using ZocDoc to book a video visit with an in-network doctor.
You'll get the prescription this afternoon. Does that work?
Yes!
Oh!
Instantly book an in-person or video visit with ZocDoc.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Then I realized I could actually do something. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way to keep my hair. And it only costs $1 a day, which means no more covering up. Get started at Keeps.com.
The Harry's razor is not the same. Our razors have 5 German-engineered blades designed to stay sharp, so you can enjoy lasting comfort. And we never upcharge you for high quality. Harry's, available in store and at harrys.com.
Illinois is a team playing its best basketball. Right now, Michigan has separated itself.
High level, almost Final Four feeling type of matchup.
Clay Matvick, Kevin Lehman back here in Chicago. Loyola leading by 3 over Southern. Some great culture here in Chicago. Some say this team, Kevin, is better than that Final Four team that went 32-6 in 2018. Of course, Clayton Custer was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year that year.
Yeah, lots of comparisons between these two teams. And this team actually has better defensive numbers, this Loyola team we're watching today, than that 2018 team. 2019, Marcus Towns, also Larry Bird Player of the Year award winner, and A.J. Green. So this year, is it going to be our guy, Cameron Krutwig.
What do you think?
If I had a vote today, yes, it would be Cameron Krutwig. Roman Penn, great year for Drake. Went out with that broken foot. Gage Prim, Isaiah Mosley having great years at Missouri State, but Cameron Krutwig leading his team to a regular season championship, top 25 national ranking.
Also leading the league in facial hair. With that mustache everybody's talking about. It's even got its own Twitter handle, right?
It certainly does. And his girlfriend doesn't like it, Jessica. But she says as long as you're winning, you got to keep wearing it.
Well, he got a block on that last defensive trip down the floor. Clemens took a peek at him, gets it to Hall. He'll skip it across. Williamson, 4-3.
Oh, that's big. That is big because Salukis been jamming up that middle. But Cameron Krutwig said his girlfriend, Jessica, she's a softball player at Missouri St. Louis. She does not like the mustache. But said as long as you win, you got to keep it. And athletes are all superstitious.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Even softball players. So don't worry, Jessica, that thing's going to come off before you know it. And another get through March Madness. They have a clean-shaven Krutwig.
Norris cut off. And that's a foul down low on the Salukis. Sekou Dembele with his first. And 15 foul on Southern. Dembele's going to go to the bench. Krutwig is also going to come out and take a breather.
Yeah, Filowich back in. And also in the lineup for Loyola is
Jacob Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson had he had a good, he played well at the end of the game last night when Krutwig had some issues with the cramps. Last 5 minutes, Hudson came in, had 4 points.
It's a 9-2 run for Loyola on that basket by Clemens. There's a push. Foul on Clemens. Last few weeks, Loyola's been in the top 25. First time since 1985 that they've been ranked. The entire starting five came back this year. Krutwig and Williamson, the Final Four veterans, of course. And there's, of course, a chance that they come back next year.
Yeah, it's discussion, though, Porter has not had with his players. He said, we're trying to win a regular season championship right now. It's not a point of discussion until our season ends. Drake has already announced that all their seniors are going to come back.
Williamson got it, and he'll go to the line.
Well, what a setup by Norris. He is so good on the baseline. He's like that quarterback just checking down. Watch Norris turn the corner, gets on the baseline. The hesitation, the explosion, he's got his eyes up the whole time. Knows exactly where his teammate, Williamson, is coming.
Norris came over from Oakland University, and what a great fit he has been with the Ramblers as Williamson caps the three-point play.
Well, you mentioned they had all their starters back, and actually Keith Clemens was coming off the bench early because of some injuries. Now Tate Hall, a starter, comes off the bench. Norris has been a seamless transition to run this team.
So Williamson now 8 of the last 10 Loyola points. Southern Illinois, meanwhile, has a drought of over 3 minutes. They got to get something going, and they have not been able to establish Filowich at all down low against Krutwig.
Well, they're not doubling on Filowich inside. Now you got Hudson in there fronting Filowich.
For Plankin, almost lost it, and Jones did. They just keep giving the ball away in double digits now in turnovers.
The Salukis actually had more success, Clay, when they had Evanson at that 5 spot. They spread out the defense and were able to drive it to the rim.
That's Brian Mullins. He had a surprise for him during shoot-around.
Yeah, Porter Moser told me they left a scouting report on the bench after Loyola shoot-around for the Southern Illinois Salukis to find a fake scouting report, but they had on there a diamond and 2 defense, which was the giveaway because, as Porter said, Brian Mullins knows I would never play a diamond and 2 defense.
That's going to roll out of bounds. It's going to go back to Loyola. Yeah, I think that's a funny gag. Might give you pause, though. Maybe they know something.
Well, I thought it was
doing something we didn't expect.
These two are close friends, and as Porter said, Brian Mullins was on his staff for 7 years, so they thought they'd leave that little present for Brian Mullins as a joke.
Williams catch and shoot.
But I've had that happen, Clay. I've had those sky reports appear from the other team, and you're not sure, are they fake or are they real?
Well, they've known each other a long time, and Brian Mullins was really excited to get the opportunity at Southern Illinois, his alma mater, but learned a lot while he was here in Chicago under Porter. So Hudson's going to go to the line. And a foul called underneath. Well, tonight, NBA Saturday Primetime presented by AT&T 5G on ABC and the app. Mavs play the second game of a 3-game road trip against the Nets. And their big three, of course, Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. Coverage begins with the NBA Countdown at 8 Eastern tonight on ABC. 29-16, Loyola.
They've come back with that spread offense. DeVonzo is the 5-man.
Harvey, the second time he has traveled.
Oh, it is another turnover. 11 now for the Salukis.
Last points for Southern Illinois came at the 9:08 mark.
They just keep shooting themselves in the foot with those turnovers. Double faults into the net.
Welch trying to sneak a pass to Kennedy, out of bounds. Timeout on the floor with 3:41 to go in the half. Loyola in charge, hoping to be champions of the Missouri Valley Conference after the day is over. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball brought to you by Wendy's. Try the new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad today at participating Wendy's.
Wendy's new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad prove Wendy's goes all in on flavor. Unlike...
We put a bun inside the sandwich. Bun, bun, bun.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new jalapeno popper chicken duo today.
Ahoy there. So you've gone online to book a vacation, but are feeling a bit adrift. Perhaps like a gnome on a swirling river without a paddle? Let me see. No, I can't possibly imagine what that feels like. Travelocity has free cancellation on most hotels, so I'm prepared for anything that comes my way. Never fear, I'm an expert at waterfalling. Here we go. Hold steady. Travelocity. Wander wisely.
You're probably wondering, what makes these chips taste so good? Here's a hint. It's lime. They taste like lime. Tostitos. Get to the good stuff.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. It's called shopping smart, not hard.
But I don't have a Capital One card.
You should get one, but you don't need it for this. Just download Capital One Shopping to your computer. It's free.
Ooh, save me some cheddar.
So, when's the party? I love fondue.
Really?
I never joke about hot cheese, Susan.
Me neither.
Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
And Illinois is a team playing its best basketball. Right now, Michigan has separated itself.
High level, almost Final Four feeling type of matchup.
The E-Trade halftime report is on the way. Coming up, we'll recap the incredible performance by Cade Cunningham at Oklahoma State, plus the latest on Michigan's tremendous victory. Sean, pretty impressive 24 hours for Cameron Krutwig here.
Yeah, we saw him last night. He was down on the floor. It looked like it was apparent cramps. Everybody was really concerned because it was a non-contact injury, so it appeared. But for him to respond, and it's tough in a back-to-back situation, he responded well. His teammates have responded well around it. It's been a well-played first half for Loyola.
Yeah, good performance they've turned in so far. And this is a team that should be in the NCAA tournament. Whether they win the Valley Conference tournament or not, can they win a game? That remains to be seen, but they better be in that dance.
This is a team that's been in the top 25 for most of the year. A dangerous team that we know, of course, guys, have had their run before.
Certainly have, Kevin. That was just 3 short years ago. Their net is 10. Seemed like a lock. Joe Lenardi, who we're still hoping to talk with at some point in this game, has them as a 9 seed at this point. Part of a 2-bid situation for the Valley.
Well, I think they're in a great position. Plus, their reputation speaks for themselves. You see those banners hanging there, conference championships, Final Four run for the Ramblers. And they're building that resume. If you talk about quad 1, quad 2 wins, they are 4-2 in those.
They joined the Valley just 8 years ago, and they've been a dominant force the last 4 years. Eyeing their 3rd regular season Valley crown today. Krutwig already in double figures. So is his fellow senior, Lucas Williamson. Both have 10.
And these are the 2 players that were on that Final Four team as freshmen. They have 20 points of the 29 for the Ramblers.
The winningest 4-year players in team history.
That's amazing, and they have set the culture. They're also roommates with one another, Krutwig and Williamson.
And Krutwig saves it to Williamson, and here come the Ramblers back into the front court. Just over 3 minutes to go in the half. Loyola has been in charge from basically the opening tip.
And surprisingly, these 2 roommates, Williamson and Krutwig, Lucas didn't know that Krutwig's mustache was a big deal.
2 more for Cameron Krutwig. He's got a dozen. And it's a big trip now for Southern Illinois. It's a 14-0 run for Loyola. They need points. And they'll get them from DeVonzo.
Well, they've had more success with DeVonzo as the 5-man. It's basically a 5-out, 0-in, open up driving lanes. Good finish by DeVonzo.
The story of this half for Southern Illinois is going to be the giveaways. 12 turnovers and a long scoring drought. Norris circling the wagons. Good floater. Got it to go.
He is so good with his pace of game and understanding when to shift gears, when to find the open space. The more I watch Braden Norris, the more I like his game.
You know, he's built like a prototype point guard, but he gives you so much more.
Well, he's a great 3-point shooter. They knew that when he came over from Oakland, and you mentioned it. Son of a coach. Well, means high basketball IQ.
Jones flips it in around Norris. He's been the best scoring threat for the Salukis.
He's been able to get to the rim, especially with this lineup with Filowich on the bench and no low post. It opens up the driving lanes. But can they handle Krutwig inside without Filowich?
Double team. Krutwig draws the foul. This is the nimble ability of Cameron Krutwig on the baseline.
Well, we talk about his ability to run an offense room, but look at that play right there. Great awareness, saves an out-of-bounds play, and here he is, hands ready. He knows Norris, his point guard, is going to drive baseline. He steps right to what we call the open hole and finishes.
Now, this is the one area of Krutwig's game, Kevin, that has been at times an Achilles heel. We've seen it kind of rear its ugly head in close games. It's the free throw line.
Well, we saw it in that Drake overtime game. They couldn't put in his hands with the score tied or being down because of his ability or inability to convert the free throw line. They chose to go with Kennedy in many of these situations.
Well, he split a pair. Lead back to 14. Another giveaway for the Salukis.
Brian Mullen told me you play against Loyola. It's all about simplicity of passing and catching, securing the basketball. Southern has not done that.
There's Norris and Krutwig combining for 2 more.
Again, the middle ball screen, Clay. They have carved them up.
And a timeout called by Brian Mullins.
Middle ball screen. Watch Norris play with this. They get Filowich to drag him out. And there's the finish by the big man, Krutwig.
We make it easy for you. You can do your taxes virtually. Snap a pic and leave the rest to me. We make it easy. Experts on your phone. You don't have to leave home. In person or virtually. Bob has your back.
The new Schick Hydro Stubble Eraser shaves long stubble comfortably. The Stubble Eraser's comb lifts and aligns longer facial hair. Enjoy less tugging and pulling. Then rinse and repeat. In 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, that's up to you. Schick Hydro.
It's been a tough year for Brian Mullins and the Salukis coming into the night 5-12 in the Valley. They could be seated anywhere from 6 to 10 for the Valley tournament, which is going to start next week, hoping to still avoid that play-in day on Thursday, but it's going to be unlikely. So,
well, they've had two big blows, Clay. J.D. Mueller is going to be their big man inside, a great defender, hurt a knee in the preseason, and then Marcus Damask has been out with a foot injury. You know, he had 25 of their win over Butler. Damask was the newcomer and freshman of the year last year, so they've got some major holes that they had to fill. It's a very young team. 90% of their scoring comes from freshmen and sophomores.
And drops in for Verplanken. Yeah, Damask missing his 14th straight game today. And, you know, they're not going to say for sure, but he's probably done for the year.
They're hoping to get him back for next week, Arch Madness, when I had that conversation with Brian Mullins. So let's hope for that young man he gets a chance to play.
Boy, nobody got in the way of Keith Clemens, and he's just too quick to give him that much room.
And took it right down Main Street and finished. The lack of offense is affecting the defense of the Salukis.
Final seconds. And a foul out high on Williamson with 2.3 ticks to go. Coming up tonight over on ESPN at 8 Eastern, a Big 12 battle. Number 2 Baylor, number 17 Kansas. At Allen Fieldhouse, Baylor's got some great guards. Just love that Jared Butler.
Oh, he's good. David Mitchell, Adam Flagler. They can guard as well as anyone on the perimeter.
Got to hurry. Verplanken got it. Wow, big time three just ahead of the horn.
Well, and Loyola had used that foul. They had a foul to give to get the sideline out of bounds play, but the handoff by Filowich. Verplanken with the hot hand in the second half last night. Nothing but nylon.
Krutwig 15, Williamson 10 here in the first half. And Loyola's lead is 38-25 at the break. We now send it to the studio. Kevin, Dalen, and Sean. Take it away, guys.
All right, Clay, about 19 minutes and 59 seconds of domination from Loyola, but a big three for the Salukis just before the half. E-Trade halftime report. Florida State led North Carolina by as many as 16, Dallin. How did Carolina get back in this game?
Carolina was so bad in the first half. Florida State was worse in the second. It was ridiculous how poorly each team played in each half. But Carolina took advantage. Walker Kessler, the freshman off the bench, the five-star center that came in, that had a lot of hype. He hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities. He made the most of them today. He ran the floor very well. He created for himself off the bounce. 4 blocks, 8 rebounds in a game where they dominated the interior down the stretch. Kessler was absolutely huge. And Florida State just shook the whole second half, continually turning the ball over. It was really a bizarre game and 900th win for Roy Williams. Congratulations to him.
Tremendous achievement. Meantime, Sean, Alabama, Mississippi State. Villanova transfer Javon Quinterly is a huge part of this dangerous team.
He's got 15, but to me, what this has really been about is regaining their composure. I felt like Alabama lost their composure the other night against Arkansas. They allowed the emotion of the game to overrun them. They have played with great composure at the offensive end of the floor, but even more dialed in at the defensive end, holding Mississippi State to just 28% shooting in the first half.
Joey Brackett says they're a 2 seed right now. They're up big. Meantime, Louisville Duke. DC, it's been a sensational season for Carlik Jones in a challenging year.
He's my ACC Player of the Year, too. And it's crazy when you talk about that and people don't know this kid's name. He transferred from Radford, the grad transfer. He's been outstanding, controls the tempo and the pace for them. David Johnson has been good, the other guard as well for Louisville. But defensively, they've after the first 5 or 6 minutes, really locked in the Cardinals, play that pack line and forced Duke to take a lot of contested shots. And last but definitely not least, Malik Williams is back in the lineup for the Cards, making a big impact on the interior. Just knocked down to 3 a few seconds ago as they have a 10-point lead.
10-point lead over on ESPN. Last Saturday, Dallin, they took down Virginia. They got Syracuse earlier this week, but down 10 right now. Are you bearish or bullish on this Duke team?
Well, I think it still remains to be seen. They still have a lot. They still have work to do to get in the tournament. They have Louisville, Georgia Tech, and North Carolina. That's a team that's in Louisville, a bubble team in Tech, and a team that's in right now in Carolina. You got to win those games. It's great what they just did this week, but if they won't win all 3 of these, in my mind, they go into the ACC tournament with a lot of work to do and outside looking into the tourney.
Yeah, and I think part of that is that you have to take a look at their interior presence, to your point, Dallin, when you were talking over that highlight. Second chance points in the first half have been an issue for them. They have not cleaned up their defensive glass. When they've played well during this stretch, they've been able to compete down underneath. And when they are competing and holding their position 5 feet and in at the defensive end of the floor, making it difficult for people to score at the cup, Duke's been able to be much more efficient at the offensive end.
Louisville a 10-point lead again right now over on ESPN. Meantime, maybe the best team in the country right now, certainly playing that way. Michigan taking on Indiana. Sean, since their 3-week COVID pause, this team has not missed a beat. They were brilliant again today.
Yeah, Franz Wagner was just outstanding. 21 points, 6 of 9. He had 6 rebounds. Trace Jackson-Davis, that's his highlight of the game because Hunter Dickinson did an outstanding job once again at the defensive end, as did the others in the interior to limit Trace Jackson-Davis to just 10 points. He was averaging 26 over the last 3 games coming in. Isaiah Livers, phenomenal, 16 and 10, a double-double for him. But it really was about the efficiency. It just cuts through, kind of like he does right there. Oh, nasty.
They get Illinois on Tuesday. They keep on keeping on 73-57. Meantime, D.C., Illinois without Ayo Dosunmu. They played a very good game today. Kofi Cockburn was terrific. You know who else was terrific? Demetric Trice in the final 2 minutes.
This game was a wrap, KC. And you're right, Illinois did a great job without Dosunmu. But in the final 2 minutes, Trice went for 19. Now, Illinois missed some free throws to give him more opportunities. He went bonkers to get them back in it. But in the end, Illinois did enough. The 20 turnovers where Ayo's absence was felt most acutely, but overall, Illinois does a great job winning.
74-69. They're now 18-6 on the year. In D.C., it sets up that tremendous matchup on Tuesday. Kofi and the Illini against Hunter Dickinson in Michigan.
Last week, that was Garza and Dickinson won that battle. Now we get a sophomore stud in there in Cockburn. The physical presence of each helps because you don't have to double off Dickinson. But they really handled it well with Garza last week.
See you Tuesday on ESPN. When we come back, we've covered a lot of ground, and we haven't even gotten to the game performance of the afternoon. Cade in a rivalry game blows up with a career game. You'll see it next.
This halftime report is presented by E-Trade. Get more than just trading with E-Trade. Investing, banking, guidance.
Oh, my easy mountain. Oh, my.
Truth is, it's a cold, fast, crazy world out there. If you know the right places to go.
You've been on my mind.
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. The biggest fish sandwich of your life. Twice. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Did you know you can go to libertymutual.com to customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Really? I had to... Okay, I'm on vibe.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Out here, you're a landowner, a gardener, a landscaper, and a hunter. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
How hard is it to catch a crispy, flaky fish? Depends on how patient you are and what pocket you keep $6 in. Arby's fish sandwiches are now 2 for $6 and part of Arby's everyday value. Arby's, we have the meat.
I wish to show you something.
Huzzah!
Cheers.
Here we go.
Look at us, we're ballers. I love it.
This is the way.
Introducing the Land Rover Defender. Just the thing for those little everyday trips. Good in heavy traffic. Perfect for catching up with the relatives. Then dropping into the car wash en route. Giving someone a helping hand. Or beating the commute. And putting your feet up after a long day. The only adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Maddie, finally. It was locked.
I got it.
The only adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Does your vitamin C last 24 hours? Only Nature's Bounty does. New Immune 24 Hour Plus has longer-lasting vitamin C, plus herbal and other immune superstars. Only from Nature's Bounty.
You're watching the E-Trade Halftime Report.
A look at Davion Mitchell and the Baylor Bears, still undefeated, still in the lead in the Big 12. They've got their eyes focused on the Fog, coming off a win against Kansas at Fog Allen a season ago. You'll see that game 8 Eastern on ESPN. Meantime, in the Big 12, Sean, Cade Cunningham erupted for 40 points today.
You know, we talked to him a couple weeks ago in the Players' Lounge. We talked about the sense of urgency. He's really great in clutch time, but could he be able to sustain it over an entire game and really assert himself in the first half? He was phenomenal. Manic hit that shot right there to tie it at the end of regulation. But this was all about Cade Cunningham today. He had 13 in the first half. He was ultra efficient in the second half and had himself a career game in a rivalry game when his team needed him most.
Austin Reeves put the Sooners in front on that tough one in overtime, but DC, even when Cade wasn't connecting down the stretch, his teammates like Matthew Alexander Moncrief there to pick him up.
And they did it without Isaac Likely, too, a key piece of that team that wasn't in the game. So it was a team effort, but Cade, this may be the performance of the season because of who it was against in the situation.
First freshman in a Cowboys uniform to go for 40 and a double-double and a huge win for Oklahoma State.
Your voice is your power. And for too long, the voices of black people in this country have gone unheard. Our voice can make waves. Through stories, through verses, through tough conversations. There's a lot of work to be done, but if we all use our voices together, it's impossible not to listen.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get new Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em. It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm. Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right, so we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max, now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us, and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch, and bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike, and plays Frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
It's freezing.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
What makes the Popeyes chicken sandwich the sandwich? Freshly hand-battered chicken, crunchy pickles, creamy mayo, and buttery brioche buns. The only thing better than how it sounds is how it tastes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This halftime report is presented by E-Trade. Get more than just trading with E-Trade. Investing, banking, guidance.
It hasn't been all Cameron Krutwig. Lucas Williamson's got 10 for the Ramblers, who lead it by 13 at the break. This has been the E-Trade halftime report.
Wendy's new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad prove Wendy's goes all in on flavor. Unlike...
We put a bun inside the sandwich. Bun, bun, bun.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new jalapeno popper chicken duo today.
Out here, you're a landowner, a gardener, a landscaper, and a hunter. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
We're taking trucks to places they've never been before, so they can be trusted like never before. By redefining quality and luxury, taking safety to new heights, earning award-winning driver appeal, and by doing what's never been done before, being named Motor Trend's Truck of the Year 3 years in a row.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $2,500 bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Condos, $150K. Sorry, bud.
Thanks.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
All right. Back to work. When you've got 10 to 12 teeth missing, it's a terrible feeling.
For years, I would dream of a place where I could go and one day come out and have all my teeth. Clear Choice put together a very personalized plan. They've got a lab there. Everything gets done in the lab. And I've got the best smile I could ever ask for. Don't put it off, because it doesn't have to be that way.
My hygienist cleans with a round head. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist personalizes my cleaning. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist uses just the right pressure. And so does my Oral-B.
Oral-B combines a dentist-inspired brush head with the gentle energy of micro vibrations for the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
My mouth says, wow. And so does my Oral-B.
Saturday Showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy. Missouri Valley Conference basketball part of Road to Champ Week presented by Wendy's. Nighttime in the Windy City, it's 38-25. Loyola trying to get their third Valley regular season title in 4 years, and Cam Krutwig with an excellent first half, Kevin.
Oh, big time. He scored inside. He passed the ball. Look at that assist to his roommate, Williamson. Block shots and ran the pick and roll to perfection with his point guard, Norris.
Here's a look at our game summary, and it's the second best shooting half for Southern Illinois this season, 58%. The bad part for them, they turned it over 13 times. Krutwig is fouled immediately, just 10 seconds into the half.
Well, it's the good news, bad news. You've shot it well, guys, but you got to hang on to the basketball. Points off turnovers. You mentioned the 13 turnovers. We have got 12 points off those turnovers by the Ramblers.
So Krutwig will go to the line. Just a 64% foul shooter. And the Renaissance man, you know, well on his way to a career high.
He's also got 2 blocks. The Bears fan. Every time the bus goes by Soldier Field, I went by it today and I thought of Krutwig. He yells, "Go Bears!"
There's DeVonzo with the 2-hand dunk.
Right back at you. Ball screen.
He had 7 in the first half.
Hit him on a side ball screen and ran to the rim. Help side defense. Did not get there in time. Something Brian Mullins drew up at halftime. He saw that in that first half.
Williamson will get the long rebound. Ugwak thought about a 3.
Krutwig wants it back.
Filowich is really being challenged, the 6'9" freshman.
Well, it's a senior going to school on a freshman.
And here's Krutwig with 3 on the shot clock. Spins around Filowich. Couldn't finish at the rim, but he showed him how it's done. And Jones on the other end. He can't get it to go. Filowich get a second chance for the Salukis. Can't get the bounce. Still nothing on the board for Kyler Filowich. He averages 7 points per game. Just 4 points last night on 2 of 10 shooting.
I like his aggressiveness.
Clemens can't get it to go.
There's no double on Filowich, so he keeps trying to take it to the rim, backing down Krutwig. Has not had success, but he's trying. This is a kid who was a big-time football recruit. He's young to the basketball world.
And some Division I football offers, actually. Hasn't seen his family since July, so you feel for Kyler Filowich. Obviously, his family up in Canada, probably watching tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough deal. And he has played well, and he's had to step up because we mentioned the injury to J.D. Mula. Filowich got thrown in the fray.
Jones just threw that right into the hands of Ugwak. Williamson for 3. It's halfway down and out. And here comes Southern Illinois, down 13. They got out to a 7-0 start this year, including a win at Butler, but a couple of COVID shutdowns and having the Valley's youngest team has really played a toll.
Well, they also had Marcus Damask in that win over Butler. He had 25 points. And we met his parents down at Southern. Dan and Patty makes the trip all the time to their home games at Southern Illinois.
2 more for DeVonzo. He's in double figures.
DeVonzo has been a matchup problem for the Ramblers.
And that's going to be a giveaway for Loyola. That's Ugwak's second.
There's a good look at Trent Brown. Trent Brown was the first player signed by Brian Mullins when he took the job at Southern Illinois.
His dad, Mark, coached him too at Pinnacle High School in Phoenix. A lot of players on the floor whose high school careers played for their dad.
Well, Brian Mullins talked about, recruiting class. He's trying to recruit winners. It's about establishing the culture. He was a great player himself at Southern Illinois. Floorburn Hewitt was known when he was playing for Sweet 16 teams. He's trying to bring that culture and that type of play back to Southern Illinois.
So that's his second foul on Filowich. Look at that, Williamson, great baseline drive for the senior.
Well, that's a good sign for him going into Arch Madness next week, because Lucas Williamson had trouble scoring, always been a great defender, but the lid is off the basket tonight. Williamson with 12.
Starting his 62nd straight game here tonight. Final game at home unless he comes back. Jones nails that 3. He's in double figures now for Southern Illinois as they get it back to within 10.
Well, Jones got off to a good start getting to the rim early in this game. Hit the 3s last night.
Filowich, no, a little strong. Off that miss by Krutwig. Here's DeVonzo for three. Anthony DeVonzo having himself a game.
Yeah, he keeps the Salukis hanging around. DeVonzo's that stretch four-man.
The senior out of Hardwood Heights, Illinois, played at Division II Lewis College on the outskirts of Chicago, and Loyola needs a timeout. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's. Try the new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad today at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Between sudden snowfalls, slick ice, and freezing temperatures, winter can be pretty unpredictable. But the one thing you can predict is that the legendary capability of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, can handle it all. Jeep Grand Cherokee, there's only one.
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models.
As a talking bucket of KFC, dinner time is my time to shine. Grab some piping hot chicken, young man. Much better than microwaved hot dogs, right, Dad? Eat up. I'm doing the cooking tonight. So pick up a KFC $20 fill-up today.
Ahoy there. So you've gone online to book a vacation, but are feeling a bit adrift. Perhaps like a gnome on a swirling river without a paddle? Let me see. No, I can't possibly imagine what that feels like. Travelocity has free cancellation on most hotels, so I'm prepared for anything that comes my way. Never fear, I'm an expert at waterfalling. Here we go. Hold steady. Travelocity. Wander wisely.
Research shows that people remember commercials with exciting stunts. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's something you shouldn't try at home. Insurance is cool. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right. So we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max. Now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
Here we go. This is about as good as it gets. Another jam-packed Champ Week, which will, of course, include the Missouri Valley Conference. 378 total games across our networks. 45 tickets will be punched. 28 conferences represented. Arch Madness starts in St. Louis next week. And Loyola is trying to win a share of the conference championship. They can do that with a win here today. By the way, Bradley out to an early lead over Drake. It's just 5 minutes in, but it's a 5-point lead for the Braves. Stay on this end, tipped out of bounds. It's a 6-0 run for the Salukis. And we got another timeout on the floor. And Southern Illinois has crept back to within 7.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC.
It's happening more often, and it's not surprising. People are seeking out new places, trying new things, and discovering the best part is often hidden in the journey, along the way. Find yourself in the Mazda CX-30. Want more power for your pursuit? Introducing the Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive.
Our retirement plan with Boya keeps us moving forward.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, guys. They have customized solutions to help our family's special needs, giving us confidence in our future.
And in Kevin's.
Boya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
And we'll rise up high like the waves. I'll rise up
Tostitos avocado salsa. We put all of this in here, so you can put it on, well, just about anything. Tostitos avocado salsa. Get to the good stuff.
Finally moved in.
It's a great old house. Good bones, wraparound porch.
The pipes are making strange noises. Even the plumbers couldn't help us.
Nope.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which saves us a ton.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build your own $5 cravings box. Because you know what you crave at Taco Bell. So eat like you. Build your own $5 cravings box today, only online or with the Taco Bell app.
Well, Loyola's got it with just 3 on the shot clock. They reviewed it to make sure that it didn't hit the rim, and here's the replay, and it's pretty apparent that it did not. So just 3 to shoot, and Loyola is ice cold to start the second half. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
The Southern has climbed back in this thing, just down 7. Got some great play out of Anthony Davanzo, along with Lance Jones.
Davanzo 7 of the 10 second half points for Southern. That doesn't go down for Norris. Here come the Salukis, down 7.
And Filowich has been cleaning up the rebounds at the defensive end for the Salukis.
The Salukis have trailed by as many as 16. Jones finds Verplanken. He had the hot hand last night. This one doesn't go. Harvey climbs the ladder. He's tied up. And it'll stay on this end with Southern Illinois on the possession area.
Harvey with a good rebound in traffic. He's surrounded by 4 maroon jerseys, but he's got nowhere to go. Gets the tie up. Let's see if Salukis can get a score.
Here's Jones. He'll bring it back to the top, guarded by Lucas Williamson. That's a good matchup. Krutwig cuts him off on the sideline, skips it across for Plankin. Good shot fake, extra pass. Filowich continues to have a hard time finding real estate underneath, but this time he draws the foul.
Well, really good offense by Southern. They spread out the defense of the Ramblers and then drove the gaps. That's what Southern's offense does. They get you involved in ball screens on one side, they throw it to the other side. With a three-point shooter, they can also drive it to the rim. They need Filowich, has got to convert.
There's Brian Mullins. He's got a nice mustache working too these days. Filowich still no points in the game until now. He's got his first. He averages 7 and 6 rebounds. 6'9" freshman from Winnipeg. Now it's a 6-point difference. Loyola with the lead.
Now Salukis need to stop.
Krutwig got that pass over to Williamson. He'll get it back on the block, and then there's a shoulder from Filowich, and that's going to be the 3rd personal on Kyler Filowich.
Yeah, Krutwig sets a great ball screen up here on Trent Brown. We mentioned this guy is a Bears fan. There is a crunch. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Trent Brown was the bug.
It's an 11-2 Salukis run. Hall, who's been quiet, feeds Williamson. His 3 doesn't go. And Dalton Banks, who had 2 early fouls and has spent a lot of time on the bench today for Southern, gets the rebound. For Plankin for 3. In and out.
Ooh, that one skipped in and out. And this is a Loyola team. We mentioned how they'd struggled to shoot the basketball the 3 previous games. Had a hot first half. Their defense has carried them the last 3 games in those wins.
Marquise Kennedy back in the game now for Loyola.
Krutwig wants the basketball.
Kennedy had a hand come in and slap the ball away. So he's fouled. 13:34 to go in the half. And that's on Davanzo, and he just picked up his 3rd.
Kennedy, outstanding free throw shooter at the line.
And now foul trouble could be an issue here, Kevin, because Southern Illinois does not have a deep bench. They basically went with a 7-man rotation last night and just wondered if fatigue would be a factor here today.
Well, Dembele is their extra backup postman because we mentioned that they had J.D. Mula injured earlier.
Well, again, we think it's on Devanzo, but they are going to the monitor to check, and it's an important review here because if it is on Devanzo, it's his third.
Yeah, they've been able to use Devanzo when they've used the 5-out, no-in offense as the 5-man. See the spin. And Devanzo stuck his hand in the cookie jar.
It confirms it's on 33, Anthony Devanzo.
It's giving a big lift offensively. Devanzo with 14 points, 6 of 7 from the field, including a 3-pointer.
Because of the lack of depth and just the great defense by Loyola last night, there were only 2 bench points for Southern Illinois. They only got 4 here today, but Loyola's bench has been quiet. They only have 2 bench points today.
Yeah, it really has. Their bench has been really productive. You got Kennedy, though, who's always played well against Southern. He's averaged over 17 a game in his series against Southern. Gets those free throws.
Those are his first 2.
You know what else Loyola does, Clay? They defend without fouling. Only 2 free throws shot last night by Southern Illinois in that entire game.
Dembele came up to set the screen. It's the pass from Brown. Dembele backing down Krutwig. Dembele, a little hard off the window.
And they're not going to double Dembele. Allows the perimeter defenders for Loyola to stay out on the shooters. See how long Ryan Mullins goes with Filowitz and Devanzo on the bench.
Norris fading away. Got it. Boy, some great touch from Braden Norris. Not an easy shot.
Well, Porter Mosier described, he said, the kid is a pit bull, and I have the utmost trust in his game. That is a big-time shot in traffic. Trying to use Dembele as a screener.
And there's a foul. So Loyola went nearly 4 minutes without a field goal until this Norris hoop.
Well, Norris had a big game last night. Look at the footwork. Keeps his balance, the pivot foot down. Fadeaway, splashes it through.
That last foul on Lucas Williamson, he picks up his 3rd, and he's going to have to go to the bench as Porter Moser brings him out. He's also going to take Krutwig out of the game at this moment.
Yeah, this is a small lineup. I've never seen, very rarely this used. You've got Ugwak as their 5-man.
Brown found the handle and throws it up and in with his right hand. Not an easy play. It's his first 2.
Gets it off the window. It looks like the shot you take in the driveway against your little brother.
So back to a single-digit game.
Devanzo back in, and Porter Moser trying to buy some time for Krutwig.
And Marquise Kennedy fouled by Dalton Banks, and that's going to be 3 on Banks. So some foul issues starting to accrue for Southern Illinois. When we come back, a salute to over 30 years of excellence in the Missouri Valley. We'll tell you what we're talking about when we come back.
And this game is a huge showdown in what we believe to be the best conference in the country.
Illinois is a team playing its best basketball.
I love how adrenaline tastes.
Got some stars. We've got some real stars.
I love how adrenaline tastes.
In the end, Michigan's going to be a Final Four team.
Right now, Michigan has separated itself.
High level, almost Final Four feeling type of matchup.
Out here, you're a landowner, a gardener, a landscaper, and a hunter. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
They're your whole world. The ones you do
anything to protect. That's why Chrysler built a vehicle with the most standard safety features on the road. And it's also why we made it electric. So you can help keep your world safe while protecting their world's future. Introducing the 2021 Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid. Protect your world.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are gonna go surprisingly great.
I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you, surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ballin'. On a budget? Try the new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King, featuring a flame-grilled bacon cheeseburger. Value this good is hard to find anywhere else. The new $1 Your Way menu, now at Burger King. Your way, way better.
46-38, Loyola trying to win a Valley championship today. And after 33 years, Missouri Valley Commissioner Doug Elgin is retiring this spring. So next week's Arch Madness will be his last conference tournament. Talk about a guy that's going to be missed.
He's been a friend and a mentor to so many. The Valley is like one huge family, and what a great innovator. He came up with the idea of Bracket Buster. He expanded the relationship with ESPN. The Valley on ESPN has over 700 digital productions annually. And when Creighton left for the Big East, he found this team called Loyola of Chicago, and what they do, they go to a Final Four for the Valley. I tell you, it's Doug, you're going to be sorely missed. And I think his biggest, Clay, was 31 years ago, he sold the idea of let's have a neutral site tournament in St. Louis. It's now known as Arch Madness, one of the biggest events in St. Louis. Doug, you're going to be sorely missed. Enjoy your time with Melanie, the 6 daughters, and your 8 grandchildren.
Congratulations to him on a great career. There's a 3 for Jones for Southern Illinois, his second 3 of the half. And just like that, it's back to a 7-point game. Southern hanging around here with a team that plays the best defense in the country. Number 1 in the country in scoring defense, these Ramblers.
56 points a game, and that is about 7 less than the Final Four team did.
Ugwak strong. Banks controls for the Salukis. Smart freshman who comes off the bench out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Here's Jones, long 3 again. Missed it badly for Plank and got the miss. New shot clock.
And Jones knew he missed, and here comes Krutwig back to the scores table to check in.
They skip it across to Banks. He drives baseline. Blocked by Hall. Hall down on the deck. Got it. What a great play by Tate Hall for Loyola.
Now you mentioned the bench hasn't produced points, but they've produced the hustle plays, the 50-50 balls for the Ramblers.
Ugwak. Great feed from Norris. That's a huge hoop and a momentum swing back in the favor of the Ramblers.
Well, they're able to get a bucket with Krutwig on the bench. He's actually at the scorer's table. Ugwak sees the open lane, and Norris just threads the needle.
Jones going right to work on Kennedy, and that's not easy to do as fast as Kennedy is.
Well, Lance Jones looks like a fullback in a basketball uniform. When he gets his shoulder into you, you cannot get him stopped.
He's only missed 3 shots in this game. He leads everybody with 17. That doesn't go down for Kennedy, and the Dogs are going to get it back with 9:31 to go.
And Norris is doing a great job on these middle screens. He actually does a backup dribble to create space for the bounce pass. Ugwak finishes, and then it's Lance Jones. He just puts his head down and goes downhill on Kennedy and scores it at the rim.
Jones was actually signed by Barry Hinson. He stayed after Mullins was hired, and it's been a great relationship. They've really needed Jones this year, just a sophomore. There's another giveaway, though, by the Salukis.
Well, and Jones was not going to be a point guard, but Aaron Cook broke his hand last year for the Salukis. Cook now on the Gonzaga team. And therefore, Lance Jones had to become a point guard on necessity.
Off the turnover, Jones. I'm going to say that block was on the floor. That's going to be against Norris.
Now, both these teams are lethal in transition in open court situations. 4th team foul on the Ramblers. As you mentioned, this is going to be ball out of bounds.
Under 9 to go. A win, and Loyola's Missouri Valley Conference regular season champs. Drake, of course, if they win, they're going to get a share of that. They're playing Bradley right now in the first half at the home of the Braves. Filowich really continuing to struggle against Krutwig's big presence.
I think he was surprised how open he was when he made that step-through move and came back with another. Krutwig didn't take any of the fakes. Good defense there. They knew that play was coming.
Jones is going to take it all the way. Nice finger roll finish for Lance Jones. He's got 19.
You have to stop him at the point of attack. If Lance Jones gets you on your heels, you've got some problems.
So Southern Illinois within 5. They trailed by 16 at one point in the first half. Southern Illinois has never led in this game. Krutwig shakes Filowich but can't finish.
Filowich with another rebound.
.740 to play.
Big possession. If they can spread out this defense and drive it.
Jones had it poked away by Williamson. Man, that's what he does best.
His hands, Lucas Williamson, unbelievable.
You said it before, the best defender in the Valley, one of the best in the country.
Well, you got to consider an honor when he guards you.
And that was the case last night. Jones got out to a hot start. Williamson eventually shut him down. The lead is just 5 now for Loyola.
Well, Jones has got 19, and here's what he does in transition. Gets you going downhill, backing up, gets to the rim and finishes.
Wendy's new jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad prove Wendy's goes all in on flavor. Unlike...
We put a bun inside the sandwich. Bun, bun, bun.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new jalapeno popper chicken duo today.
My retirement plan with Voya keeps me moving forward. They guide me with achievable steps that give me confidence. This is my granddaughter. She's cute like her grandpa. Voya doesn't just help me get to retirement, they're with me all the way through it.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
I get those goosebumps. I'm gonna get that light weight belt next.
You got champion versus champion. He wants to leave behind a lasting legacy.
Guess what? I'm the best in the world.
I get those goosebumps every time.
You'll see.
You might see them as just flowers, but here, they're more than that.
Georgia.
They're an enduring symbol.
Georgia.
And this April, the azaleas are back at the Masters.
Let's start with your name. Where are you from? Where were you when the fall happened?
We both know this world. The dead. It's gonna catch up to us eventually.
He asked how his daddy died. I told him that a bad man killed him. And he wanted to know if that man got what he deserved.
The Harry's razor is not the same. Our razors have 5 German-engineered blades designed to stay sharp, so you can enjoy lasting comfort. And we never upcharge you for high quality. Harry's, available in store and at harrys.com.
You know what beats next day shipping? Getting it the same day. So shop Ace online and get free in-store or curbside pickup right in your neighborhood. Or get what you need delivered the very same day you order.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Well, Southern Illinois is sticking around in this game. They were down 16, now just 5 with 7:10 to go.
Well, this has been the guy who's led him back, Lance Jones. He's got 10 in the second half, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's gotten to the rim. He's knocked in 3 triples. There's a sidestep and a splash. And then in transition, he gets Lucas Williamson on his heels, which is not easy to do. Finishes at the rim. 19 points for Lance Jones. Krutwig with 17 of his own.
Jones has scored the last 7 Salukis points. They haven't beaten a top 25 team since they upset number 22 Wichita State in 2013. That was the Shockers' Final Four year. And they've got Loyola concerned here late in this contest in Chicago. And Norris with an offensive foul, just lowered his shoulder, and Randy Heimerman calls the foul on Norris.
Trent Brown, Academy Award for this guy. There's 1 bounce, there's the 2, take the blow and go.
So that's his 2nd foul on Norris.
And a turnover.
So it's a big possession again. I don't know how many times we've said that in the last few minutes here, but Southern Illinois can pull within 2 with a 3.
Well, remember at halftime, we talked about Southern. They'd shot at 58%. It was the turnovers that were their Achilles heel. They've been able to flip the script here in the second half.
And just 4 here since halftime. Filowich lobs it down to Harvey. The return pass on the perimeter. Jones eyeing up another 3, and he got it.
Oh, great find by Filowich. He was going to go to the corner with it. The last second, he saw the defender slide. Finds the hot-handed Jones. Well, Filowich hasn't scored much, Clay, but he has done a great job on the defensive glass, battling Krutwig every possession. That was an outstanding pass by the freshman.
Hall turns it over. He tried to get a pass to Krutwig. Here come the Salukis with a chance to take the lead. Jones, deep 3, off the heel.
Jones had a great look.
Jones with his 4th 20-point game this season. Now get a foul down low.
The ball movement here in the second half, much better by the Salukis. Watch Filowich now. He's going to dribble handoff. He's not sure what he's going to go over the top. There's the dump in. He finds Jones on that left wing. And a celebration.
He's on a personal 10-2 run against Loyola, and he has pulled the Salukis within 2, as they've got the number 21 team in the country on the ropes, trying to play spoiler in their Valley title hopes, too.
Well, Brian Mullins told me, he said, we're looking at this as a great test for our team. We're going against a top 25 team on their court. We want to see what we can do.
And Kennedy steps on the baseline.
Another turnover for the Ramblers. It's been a boa constrictor defense by the Salukis here in the second half.
So Harvey's going to bring it up. And a chance for Southern Illinois to take their first lead of the game.
Loyola's only scored 12 points in the second half, Clay.
Here's Jones from the wing. Yes! And the Salukis are in front for the first time.
He was so deep. Lucas Williamson went below the screen. That was NBA range.
Timeout Loyola with 5:06 to go here at Gentile Arena. Jones with 5 threes and none bigger than that last one, Kevin.
Well, what a run they've made here in the second half by the Salukis. You can watch this now. He's so far deep. Williamson steps below the screen, and you know in the scouting report on Jones, you cannot do that. But Lucas thought he was so deep. He just squares up. Feeling it.
He's their alpha dog. When he plays well, it bodes well for Southern Illinois. And again, after Williamson locked him up in the second half, he really quieted down, but really no one has had an answer for him here today for Loyola. 25 points, 5 of 7 from 3.
And we got it going in transition early in this half, all the way to the rim off a couple of turnovers by Loyola, and that got the confidence of Lance Jones up.
His career high is 28. Closing in on that. See if Loyola can find an answer. They can't with Norris. It's blocked by DeVonzo. Harvey in transition, and it's poked away from behind by Clemens. Clemens pleading his case, but he's falling on deaf ears.
And Randy Hammerman right there in front. It was off of Clemens' leg.
Some pressure here on Loyola, and you can sense that it's maybe getting to him a bit.
Well, when you had that first half, there's so many turnovers, it was kind of an easy half for them. And then Southern Illinois able to tighten up their ball hand in the second half. Great coaching job by Brian Mullins. Halftime adjustments.
So Jones will trigger it in. $10-0 run over the last 5 minutes. DeVonzo driving past Krutwig. Rolls off the rim.
They had Verplanken wide open on the left wing. Verplanken was out there calling for the basketball, but DeVonzo did not see him. Yeah, you can certainly feel the tension build in this game.
A miss from 3 for Norris. Kick back up. Kennedy retrieves it.
Good job by Ugwak. Give them an extra possession.
Ugwak's been quiet offensively, but that was a big rebound, and Kennedy capitalizes.
And he is so explosive, and as Porter Mosier says, he can get from point A to point B as fast as any player he's ever coached.
So Loyola goes back in front after that basket by Marquise Kennedy out of Brother Rice High School here in Chicago. Oh, Hall wasn't ready for that, excuse me, Brown, and it's out of bounds. Loyola's gonna get it back when we come back. 3:39 to go. The Ramblers with a slim 1-point lead. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball presented by 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done. And in part by Pizza Hut. Order today at pizzahut.com.
Five Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
The new Detroit style from Pizza Hut. A golden crust with crispy, cheesy edges. That's 50% more cheese baked all the way to the edge. Okay, I'm hungry. Try the new Detroit style today. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
All the good neighbors got surprisingly great rates with State Farm.
State Farm? Let me see that book.
I'm Jake from State Farm.
Is this a commercial?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
No fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts. Banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like...
It's looking kind of chilly out today. What am I gonna wear? I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, is it really even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Jordan Cornette, John Crispin with your studio update. Louisville at Duke. Matthew Hurt getting busy, John.
Yeah, sense of urgency for Duke. You got to think this is a game they have to win. First of the last first four teams out, right?
First one, yeah, absolutely. Louisville, one of the last 4 byes. This one important. So is this for USC looking to get back on track after Thursday's loss to Colorado?
I hope people get to really enjoy this kid, Evan Mobley. He's a terrific basketball player. I just wish he was a little more aggressive on the offensive end.
Trojans and the Utes following this one. Back to you, Clay and Kevin.
All right, Jordan, thanks. Loyola has a 1-point lead with 3:39 to go, but the Ramblers shooting under 28% this half.
63% in the first half. Things came easy. They're trying to hang that third banner in 4 years from the rafters. The Salukis are going to have something to say about it.
Loyola has a 21-game home court winning streak on the line, 5th longest active streak in the country. This is the 25th year the Ramblers have called this place home. They have defended it well, but the Salukis have them on the ropes. Number 21 in the nation on upset alert right now.
Yeah, look at that, 33-2 in Valley games since 2017-18 season.
And it's a reach-in foul on Brown.
That's going to put a very good free throw shooter at the line.
And Braden Norris, 80% on the year. And if this turns into a free throw shooting contest late, it's an advantage for Loyola at 71% as a team. Southern at 66%.
Only 5 team fouls on Loyola. Again, they're defending without fouling.
Got them both.
Kid's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, he plays much older than what he is. He's a sophomore out of Hilliard, Ohio.
And Porter Mosier said I had extreme trust in Braden Norris's game.
The lead is 3, just over 3 to go. Devonzo found a seam and goes right in for 2.
Well, he turns the corner. Krutwig got rubbed off on a screen, and both defenders gave up on the play. Devonzo sensed it, got all the way to the hoop.
He has missed only 2 shots in this game. He has 16 points.
Well, they played him at the 4 and the 5. It's been a problem for the Ramblers.
Williamson nearly turned it over. Krutwig able to save it. 5 on the shot clock. Krutwig has it stripped. Here comes Jones the other way for the Salukis. Good crossover. Can't get it to go, but he'll find himself on the line.
Well, this is how Devonzo gets to the rim. Watch Trent Brown right there. He pushes Norris into Krutwig. Krutwig gets hung up by his own man. A smart play by Trent Brown, and Devonzo senses it, turns the corner. Big basket for the Salukis.
Jones misses the free throw. He has another one coming. We're going to tie this one up again. Southern Illinois has not shot a lot of free throws in this game.
Only shot 2 last night.
Well, they're 3 for 5 in this one. We're tied at 54. Again, a Loyola win gives them a share of the Valley Championship.
Krutwig wants it on the block.
Devonzo doing a pretty good job keeping Krutwig in check. Norris hands to Kennedy. He's got to hurry. Throws it up. Desperation. Oh, but a bad dribble off the ankle of Brown, and he gives it right back to the Ramblers.
Brown just couldn't corral it, and both of these benches are up shouting out signals that create energy for their teams.
Williamson will get it in quickly. Now set.
Little ball screen.
Five to shoot. Nearly another Loyola turnover. 2 on the shot clock. And what a shot by Kennedy, just ahead of the shot clock buzzer. And they're going to go to the monitor.
Offense by accident. Kennedy, there's bodies on the floor. Kennedy picks it up. If it counts, it's definitely a 2. His right toe is on the line. Take a look at the shot clock here, Clay. Got his right toe on the line. Ball's out of his hand. That's going to be a 2 ball for the Ramblers.
That's going to count.
What a scramble. This is offense by accident.
Marquise Kennedy 18 and 17 against Southern Illinois last year. Had 16 off the bench yesterday. That is a huge shot to put Loyola back in front by 2 with under 2 to go. Well, tomorrow the Undefeated presents A Room of Our Own, a 1-hour special that explores the connection that black athletes have with music. It's noon Eastern on ESPN, an encore presentation at 4 Eastern on ABC. Alongside Kevin Lehman, I'm Clay Matvick. Final day of the Missouri Valley Conference regular season, and the excitement coming down to the final minutes.
Oh, this is life in the Valley. Nothing easy. You're gonna win a championship, you have to earn it.
A win for Loyola, they'll win their 3rd title in the last 4 years. Jones cut off. 5 to shoot. Harvey pushes one up, and Kennedy will sky for the rebound.
Boy, good ball move. They got a nice look.
Was he the guy they wanted shooting?
Well, they had to make an extra movement to get it to him because the defense of Loyola was in a scramble position. But in the second half, it's all been Jones and DeVonzo. They have 26 of the Salukis' 29 points.
Norris in deep. He'll bring it back to the wing. Under a minute to play. Big possession. And it's Kennedy for 3. Here comes Jones. 45 seconds to go. And a timeout called by Southern Illinois with 44 seconds left. Now coming up next over on ESPN at 8 Eastern, it's a Big 12 battle. Number 2 Baylor, number 17 Kansas in Lawrence. It's going to be good coming up.
Oh, that's a big
here
one
tonight.
And Baylor coming off that close win over Iowa State.
By the way, Kevin, Bradley leading Drake at the half, 29-24. So if Loyola can find a way to hold on and win this game, and Bradley loses, Loyola would have the Missouri Valley Conference regular season title outright and be the number 1 seed for Arch Madness in St. Louis next week.
Well, a lot of stake in this game. Southern Illinois trying to get a first-round bye in the Valley tournament means they would not play on Thursday night. Of course, the Ramblers, they've got 2 banners already hanging along with that Final Four banner, trying to hang a 3rd.
Southern Illinois trying to pull a top 25 upset for the first time since 2013. They are 1-28 all-time in true road games against ranked opponents. The last win in that regard, 07, when they won at Butler, 68-64.
Well, and I mentioned this earlier, Brian Mullins said, we want to test ourselves against the best. He was looking forward to the series, coming back to play against his old friend and mentor, Porter Mosier.
2-point lead, Southern Illinois down. They've got the ball. Salukis have a couple of timeouts left.
It's been DeVonzo and Jones in the second half for the Salukis. Trying to get Jones an ISO here.
Jones sets the screen. He'll get it now.
That's the switch they wanted.
25 seconds to go. 5 on the shot clock. Step back 3. He was fouled. He fouled the 3-point shooter with 21 seconds to go. Norris is, I'm sure, upset with himself about that decision.
Well, the first thing they did was they ran a ball screen to get Norris switched onto Jones, so it is a smaller player.
So 3 shots for Jones.
Scrapes his elbow.
A 72% free throw shooter. And again, they haven't shot many free throws tonight. 4 for 6 at the line as a team. Got the first 2, 1 more coming. It's a career high, matching 28 points for Jones. Loyola is going to call a timeout. And Porter Moser is out of timeouts. Jones can put the Salukis ahead with 1 more foul shot.
And Porter with no timeouts left, he has to draw up a play here. And you want to go fast, Clay, because if you miss it, you want a chance to tip in the miss.
Right.
Or to get a foul on the inbounds or get a foul and get another possession out of it. So he can't wait till the final buzzer, especially if Jones makes this.
All right, so.
And we saw this against Drake.
Yep.
They put it in the hands of Marquise Kennedy, is who they like to do in these types of situations.
You're talking Loyola here.
I'm talking Loyola because if they're gonna have the ball either tied or down one.
And the reason that they're not going to go to Krutwig, even though he is their best weapon down low, is not a great foul shooter.
Yeah, that'd be a concern to put it in his hands. I have not seen Loyola do that in these situations. It's been Kennedy and it might be Norse. Oh, I've seen some ball screens with Norse and Krutwig.
The thing is, Brian Mullins knows that too because he spent so much time on the Loyola staff. He knows Krutwig very well. He certainly knows Porter Moser very well. So it'll be interesting to see the chess match here in the final 21 seconds.
And the other option is Keith Clemens for the Ramblers, but this is the big free throw for the Southwood Jones.
In and out.
And now you can run it down and take it under 5 and also put in Krutwig's hands.
10 seconds. Krutwig's got it. He's looking for Clemens, looking for Kennedy. Here's Williamson. He's going to throw up a desperation 3, and he nearly had it. That is not the set that Porter Moser had hoped for, and we're going to overtime. The end of regulation, tied at 56.
Crust is the most important part of stuffed crust. It's half the name. Papa John's crust is made from 6 simple ingredients. 7 if you count all this cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Illinois is a team playing its best basketball. Right now, Michigan has separated itself.
High level, almost Final Four feeling type of matchup.
He's a guy that lives for these moments, completely fearless.
James Harden, his 3 is good.
Kawhi Leonard is the most prolific winner in NBA history.
Giannis is such a force of nature.
He's almost unstoppable.
It's NBA on ABC time. Mavs, Nets, Clippers, Bucks on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Well, let's check out the best stuff that happened earlier, brought to you by Papa John's. We're going to overtime, tied at 56.
Lance Jones, big second half. He gets a floater inside and then comes off a late screen and drops in the 3-ball. Jones with another open 3. He has outscored the Ramblers in the second half. 19 points for Jones, 18 for the Ramblers.
Loyola 0-1 in overtime games this season, lost to Drake. Southern Illinois 1-0. They beat Southeastern Missouri early in the year. Jones is the guy that has got us to this point. Without a doubt, without his effort, especially here in the second half, Loyola has the victory and a Valley championship. And we're underway in overtime, controlled by Southern. And it is Jones running the show.
Devonzoin is the 5-man.
Jones attacks, rolls off. Williamson will clear it.
And Jones had a blow-by, just did not finish. Missed opportunity.
So quick.
Why is that quickness with upper body strength? The hard double on Krutwig.
Yeah, and he has not been as close to the basket as he was in the first half. They pushed him out. There's a foul on Southern Illinois.
Devonzo has done a really good job of what you just mentioned, Clay. When Krutwig gets in that high post for the handoffs, he shoves him out, doesn't let him get to the block. I really like the play that we've gotten out of Devonzo, not only offensively, where he's contributed 16 points, but at the defensive end.
Williamson, 12 points. He's at the line. 4th foul on Devonzo, by the way. And Mullins is going to keep him in there for now.
Well, Filowich also has 4. So Southern has some issues at that center spot defensively in the fouls.
Williamson gets 1 to put Loyola back in front. 57-56, we're in overtime. Overtime presented by Papa John's.
Need to get the ball to the other side of the court. It's stuck on one side.
For Plankin. Turns it over, gave it right up to Kennedy.
Hesitant on the drive, wasn't sure what he was going to do. Threw it right into Kennedy's mitt.
They cut back on the turnovers. It allowed them to get back in the game. That's a critical one here in overtime. Krutwig over Devonzo, no. And Harvey battles Williamson for the board.
Devonzo, again, great defensive effort on Krutwig.
Good finish by guess who?
He hesitated and stood up the defender and just put on that speed step and got right to the glass.
New career high for Lance Jones. If you're looking for USC Utah, that game has started on the ESPN app. We'll get you there as soon as we're done here in Chicago. Norris for 3. You bet! And Loyola climbs back in front with under 3 to go in overtime.
Lucas Williamson came and did a flash ball screen, and Norris found just enough space to get that off.
Lance Jones, who can stop him? Williamson going to try, but he picks up the foul. His 4th.
Norris has been so good behind these screens. Watch Lucas Williamson. He's going to run by like he's going to set a screen, but really doesn't. It gets the switch, and a late recovery by Trent Brown allows Norris to knock it in.
He's a mature kid.
He knows how to play the game. This is a sophomore, coach's son.
Ooh, another miss by Jones at the line for Southern. The lead is 2 for Loyola. We're in overtime here at Gentile Arena in Chicago. Once a 16-point lead for Loyola in this game. Southern came roaring back in the second half and forced OT.
Well, the second half, Loyola's offense has been running on a flat tire.
Williamson left it short, and Harvey has been a magnet underneath here in overtime. Gets another rebound. And a timeout called with 2:09 to go in the OT. (60-58) here in overtime. 2:09 left. Loyola on top. Let's quickly get it to the studio and check in with Jordan.
Some extra basketball has the Trojans and Utes already tipped off. You can find that on the ESPN app. Once this one concludes, the Salukis and Loyola Chicago, USC and Utah will appear right here on ESPN2. Bring us home, Clay and Kevin.
All right, Jordan, exciting finish here, and it's going to help decide the Missouri Valley Conference regular season. He's Kevin Lehman. I'm Clay Matvick, and it's been Lance Jones for Southern Illinois, the third Valley player to top 30 points here in the last week. And you can see what's at stake for Southern. They're trying to get a first-round bye at the Valley tournament. They need everything to go just right. And for Loyola, a win, and they'll claim at least a share of their third Valley regular season title in the last 4 years. And if they win and Drake were to lose today at Bradley, they'd get the 1 seed in St. Louis for the conference tournament.
And have an outright championship. And there's a good look at Lance Jones, who has led this charge here in the second half. Jones has been sensational for the Salukis, scoring inside and out. He's been able to turn the corner and get to the rim. He's knocked in 5 3-pointers against this difficult Loyola defense. He's got ice in his veins, and in transition, he has been lethal getting to the rim.
Lance Jones out of Evanston, Illinois. Got the Salukis out to a great start yesterday. They jumped out to that quick lead and really had Loyola on their heels in the early minutes yesterday. Well, it's been a different story here today. It's been the second half. His performance has forced overtime.
Well, and what I've been impressed by, Clay, is what they've done at the defensive end in the second half. They've really clamped down on Krutwig and Williamson. Remember, those two each had 10 in the first half. Krutwig's worked hard to get his 17 points.
There's Krutwig. Take a look at his numbers. 17 points on 7 of 13 shooting. 4 rebounds, a couple of assists.
And it's been a combination of Devonzo and Filowich in the second half. It's been defense by committee. Filowich or Devonzo almost an over and back.
2 minutes to go.
Well, pick and pop, trying to get a one-on-one for Devonzo.
Devonzo nearly double dribbled. 5 to shoot, and there's a traveling call on Jones. I actually thought that Devonzo did double dribble.
Well, all those turnovers in this first half, tried to clean up in the second half. That was not a good possession, but Krutwig was very good with his lateral movement as Devonzo tried to get an ISO and drive him to the basket.
And now Loyola is going to be very patient here with Kennedy running the point. Nice drive. Krutwig, the stick back. Doesn't go, but he'll be on the line. Boy, Porter Moser jumped about 1.5 feet in the air, hoping that that was going to roll in for Krut.
Well, the positioning for the offensive rebound by Krutwig, that just shows you his senior experience. They got the switch they wanted, and Kennedy, with the explosion to the rim, couldn't finish. But Cam and Krutwig there to clean up the mess.
Devonzo sits down with the foul out. Excellent game for him today. 16 points.
And Krutwig continues to struggle from the free throw line.
He got 1. And the lead is 3.
Lucas Williamson is going to face guard Lance Jones, try to keep him from getting a touch. There's the switch they wanted.
Clemens trying to lock down Jones. He's hemmed in on the baseline. They get it back. 3. Short. And Marquise gets another rebound. Under a minute to go. And Loyola will try to make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, Lance Jones slapping his thigh. He had a good look at it.
Number 21 Loyola trying to avoid the upset and win a conference championship in the Missouri Valley. Krutwig, 5 on the shot clock. 4 to shoot. Krutwig stumbles out of bounds. I'm going to say last touch by Filowich.
There's going to be 1 second on the shot clock.
And now we may get a trip to the monitor. Yes, we are. Make sure that it is indeed Loyola's ball. They're going to check possession here. Who touched it last?
Well, what this does, it also gives a free timeout to Porter Moser. Filowich.
Yeah, there's no doubt that
Filowich
touched it. They might put an extra second on the shot clock, and that's huge.
Yeah, that's what they're checking right now is the shot clock. They might run something for Ugwak here and throw it up. And he'd get a tip. Yeah, they went to 2 seconds, Clay. Shot clock.
Here, Ugwak held the 2 points in yesterday's game. Game 1 of this series. He's got 4 here today. He's been pretty quiet offensively. He's going to stay on the bench, actually, and we'll see what Loyola can do with these 2 seconds.
Lucas Williams is going to trigger it in. This is plenty of time for a catch and shoot.
They've got Norris in the corner. They lob it to Krutwig. He'll turn and throw it up. Spins off. Williamson got the rebound, and Loyola will reset.
Took it from Filowich, took it right out of his hands.
10-second difference between game and shot clock. Loyola can burn a ton of time here.
And Suki's going to defend, not foul.
Norris, no. Krutwig the tip in, and it's a 2-possession game.
Boy, the last 2 possessions, he's got inside position.
Salukis call a timeout with 9 seconds to go, and Cameron Krutwig, one of the most decorated players in Loyola history, comes up with a big tip-in the final seconds to make it 63-58.
Talked about his resume, 1,500 points, over 800 rebounds. No rebounder bigger than this one for this tip-in. They run a set play, they get in his hands versus Lucas Williamson. Does not give up on the ball and just muscles it from Filowich. Then they run the shot clock down. Watch what Krutwig does for positioning. Makes himself big and wide. Soft mitts, tips it in.
2 seniors, Williamson and Krutwig, veteran leadership.
And roommates making the plays.
Those are the 2 final 4 veterans. And it looks like they're going to lead Loyola back to the NCAA tournament. With 5 seconds, Brown throws it up short, loose ball, and Loyola's got it with 2.3 to go. And the Ramblers are going to hang on to win it here in Chicago.
They know they were in a fight in this game as Southern Illinois came out in the second half and gave them all they wanted. Lance Jones was tremendous. 30 points for Jones.
Jones with a smile on his face, but you know he's disappointed. A great effort for the Salukis to force overtime, but Cameron Krutwig, Lucas Williamson, and the balance of this Loyola roster just too much.
Yeah, this score is not going to indicate how close this game was. You know, Lance Jones had that opportunity to make that 3rd free throw in regulation to put Southern up by 1. Did not, and went into overtime.
Loyola is going to extend their home court winning streak to 22, and they're going to have at least a share of the Valley regular season title for the 3rd time in 4 years. 65-58 the final.
Well, first of all, gutty performance by Southern Illinois Salukis and Brian Mullins, but congratulations to Loyola.
Now we're going to head to Salt Lake City, USC and Utah. Dave Pasch and Bill Walton. So long from Chicago. Congratulations to Loyola.
So Evan Mobley and the USC Trojans still fighting for a Pac-12 championship. Mobley has been brilliant all year. Has a chance to win Pac-12 Player of the Year. Has an outside chance to win National Player of the Year. And USC right now trailing UCLA by a half.